get going. So this is a 3-day workshop. So today being the first day, I'm going to explain a little bit about what is Devi Kriya and some important spiritual concepts, which some of you may already be familiar with, but which are wonderful and important to understand. Because when you understand something and practice it, the entire experience is so much more powerful, and you really feel it, you experience it, and you own it. Because there are no doubts, and your mind, which I sometimes call the monkey mind, does not jump around and ask too many questions and keep doubting and keep wondering and saying, oh, am I just imagining this? Or is that possible? Or what is this person saying? You know, all that goes away, and we are able to really have the faith and know that what we are feeling, what we are sensing, what we are doing is fully in connection with what we're supposed to do. We are here and now doing what we are supposed to do. So, since, like I said, many of you are perhaps from India, and some of you might be having a day already, let's come completely into the present. So let's first start by shaking off some of our energies and coming into the present. So, those of you who are comfortable, you may put your video on, because it's always nice to see faces. But even if you don't, please do, thank you. And even if you don't, make sure that you're paying attention and you are, following. And when I tell you to say something like a chant Om, or for that matter, we'll do a Bij mantra, which is very powerful. And when I ask you to do some physical movement, make sure you do it. Because unless you do it, you won't experience and feel what we are supposed to. And the whole point of you being here is not going to be served. So are you guys going to be good students? Yes? Okay, great. I want you to be more interactive, okay? Yes, give me thumbs up, give me hearts, put your camera on, and let's have a spiritual party. Does that sound good? Excellent. All right, so let's start. Please sit absolutely great. Straight. I hope most of you can understand English. मैं थोड़ा अगर आपको problem हो तो you can ask me in Hindi, but I will try to stick to English so that we can cover and do things seamlessly. So sit straight, your back erect, even if you're sitting on the floor, the bed, the chair, it does not matter. Neck straight, back straight. Let's take a nice deep breath from your nose, and let's shake our hands like this. I want you to do this because what are we doing? We are physically clearing the energy, clearing the space, breathing from our nose, smiling, and coming into the present. हम वर्तमान में आ रहे हैं, अपनी energies को clear करके पूरी तरह. And now we will do 3 cleansing breaths. So breath, सांस, we'll do 3. So we're going to breathe in from the nose, नाक से सांस लेंगे very slowly, and keep breathing in while I play the drum beat. And when you cannot take any more, just hold the breath. And then when I say breathe out, all of us together, we will breathe out from our mouth as if we are blowing a candle like this. Okay? And when we do this, when we are breathing in, we're breathing in positive, energizing energy, divine energy. And when we breathe out, we are removing all the unwanted, old, stale energy. Okay? So keeping that in mind, let's do 3 cleansing breaths. This will immediately clear our mind, make us more present and focused. So let's start slowly, slowly. आप चाहे तो आंखें बंद कर सकते हैं. You may close your eyes and start breathing in from your nose. Breathe in slowly, filling yourself up with oxygen. Feel it in your chest, in your belly, your entire body. And hold your breath if you cannot take in any more. Breathe out. Excellent. Let's do it again. Breathe in and keep smiling. When you smile, your energy is open. And when you're open, you can breathe in this positive air. Keep breathing in, filling yourself slowly and gently. Hold it. Breathe out. One last time. Let's again breathe in from your nose. Feel this positive energy, life force, divine healing entering you from your nostrils, filling you completely, dissolving all the old energy. Hold it if you can't take any more. Breathe out. Fantastic. Great. So do you feel more alive, more in the present? Yes? Okay, great. So let me start with explaining some concepts today. So I'm going to be teaching some important things. We'll make it interactive, so you can type your answers in the chat box. You can put your thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can put your hand, you can raise your hand as well. So what is Devi Kriya, right? Devi Kriya is a beautiful breath process. It's a breathing technique, breathing process, which is channeled by the energy of Goddess Parvati, right? So all goddesses have their energies. In fact, we all are energy, right? In fact, I always start every workshop by mentioning and reiterating that we are all spiritual beings having a physical experience, right? So we are not just human beings. We're just human beings right now, but actually, eternally, we are spiritual beings. Right now, we are having a human experience. We have taken birth on earth to learn, to grow, yes, and to have experiences which are not possible to have on the other side. And so when we are here, we have a body, right? A physical body. Now we have 4 different levels to our consciousness, to our existence, to our being. What is that? Our mind, our body, our soul, and there's a 4th level also. We all know about the mind, body, soul, right? What is the 4th level? Does anybody know? It's okay if you've studied this before, you can type it in the chat. Breath. No, not breath. Wait, what is energy? We are energy, yes. But mind, body, soul, and what is higher than our soul, which is also a part of us? Our higher self, okay? So basically, our higher self is our fully enlightened Buddha self, our enlightened self, right? So basically, we take so many births. Yes, higher self. That's right, Varsha. So we keep taking births, lifetime after lifetime, to finally become fully enlightened, right? We get nirvana, we get enlightenment through all the experiences, all the learning. And then finally, we become as on earth as it is in heaven, right? So we become like, we function from our higher self as fully enlightened beings. But here's the good news. You don't have to wait to be fully enlightened to behave enlightened. We can connect and access our higher self, which is always present purely from our intention to connect with it and with our awareness at any time. And in Devi Kriya, that's one of the things that we do. So coming back to what is Devi Kriya, it's a beautiful breathing process channeled, downloaded by none other than the wonderful Ananda Karunesh ji. He's also the founder of the Devi Circle. He's such a divine soul, a very dear friend. And I was one of the fortunate people who happened to be around when he shared this download with me. And then I was able to practice it teach it, share it, to people around the world, and add the elements of sound through beats and, visualization. And you will see that this capsule, which is what I call it, of Devi Kriya, has breath work, visualization. It has all these beats, so it has movements of the body, and it takes you into a state of deep meditation. So Devi Kriya really is a fantastic way to completely become quiet, silent in your mind, to relax and enter into this beautiful stage of meditation. So instead of trying to just do meditation on its own, if you follow Anapanasati meditation or any kind of meditation, after you've done this Kriya, you will see the difference. Also, Devi Kriya caters to you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So all parts of you, and all these 4 parts, your mind, your body, your soul, and your higher self, are all involved and working together actively when you're performing this Kriya. So, like I said, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Now, I want to tell you that while we are here, these 4 parts of us, right? Our mind, body, soul, and higher self. Many of us feel that the mind is the most powerful. We keep hearing this mind over matter, mind over body. Well, actually, the wisdom that has been, brought down by the energy of Goddess Lakshmi and Goddess Saraswati, and that you can read if you'd like more about in this wonderful book, 1,000 Seeds of Joy, written by Ananda Karunesh ji. It's got some fantastic energy, the book itself, and amazing concepts that you can hear and learn more clearly and deeply if interested. But I'm going to share some of the concepts from that book, amongst others, to explain to you how things work so you can really have a fantastic experience doing Devi Kriya with the full understanding. Now, your mind is actually the smallest part of your consciousness, contrary to a lot of people's belief. Second is your body. Your body's intelligence and your body's consciousness is much larger and much vaster than that of your mind, right? Your mind can be dissolved by your body, but your mind cannot dissolve the body. So the body is much larger. Whatever is bigger can consume, can dissolve, can contain what is smaller. So the body's energy is much larger. So when your mind is, when you're nervous, when you're anxious, when you're, depressed, when you're feeling low, many people go for a run, or when you do yoga, you feel better, or when you do pranayama or breath work, you feel better. What is that? Who's doing the running, the exercise, the yoga, the pranayama? Your body. It's not your mind, right? You're not thinking about doing yoga. You're really doing it. You're not thinking about running. You're really running. So when your body steps up, then your mind comes under control. So you feel better. It pumps those, hormones, those, the dopamine. The body has the ability to silent and relax your mind because it's larger. Then third comes your soul, right? So the soul is much larger and more infinite than even your body. So the mind is small, body is larger, your soul is even larger, because your body will perish, will finish, will die after this birth. But your soul carries on, right? The energy of the soul, lifetime after lifetime. It's the same soul, but coming in a different body, right? So for example, Harshaji, she's right here sitting. So in this lifetime, she's Harshaji. But maybe in the previous lifetime, she could have been, a European man in Spain. And in another lifetime, she could have been, a lady from maybe an Asian country. So it's the same soul, but we are just taking births every lifetime. So the soul is the same. And the soul is much more pure than the body and the soul and the mind. And the body is also pure, but the mind, when it keeps, being up to mischief all the time, running here, running there, thinking all kinds of things, emotions unnecessarily, all the fear, the ego, then it affects the body. all our body problems, all our body ailments, mind. So if our mind is positive, mind is clear, mind is healthy, then the body will 100% be healthy, right? And then we can easily connect to the soul. And then the higher self. Now, higher self is the ultimate, which is your fully evolved, fully enlightened self. So the energy of your higher self is it's like a golden energy because it's fully bright like the sun. It knows everything. There's no darkness, right? So we can connect with our higher self through our soul, and we can connect to our soul through our body. And body we have access to. Right now I'm talking from my body, right? I'm speaking, I'm using voice, I'm using sound. So my body I'm moving my hand. Body we are constantly using. Mind is also working, but the mind tends to overwork. The mind tends to create all the problems, the disturbances. So the body knows how to silence the mind. So once we silence the mind, then using the body and our breath, we can connect to our soul, and the soul connects us to the higher self. And when we are connected to our higher self, then we are straight connected to the divine energy. And from the state of our higher self, when we are connected to that energy, then we can connect with all divine energies. So like Goddess Parvati, right? It seems like, how can you connect to, you go to the temple, maybe you can think about her, but is it possible to really connect with Goddess Parvati? Or is it really possible to connect with Goddess Lakshmi or any angel, any master, whoever you can think of? It could be Guru Nanak Ji, it could be, Shiv Ji, it can be goddess, deity, God, angels, masters. They all are enlightened, right? So when you are also in that same league, connected to your higher self, you can connect with them and you can get messages, you can feel their energy. And that's what Ananda Karunesh Ji has done, right? How did he download the Devi Kriya? Through connecting with the energy of Goddess Parvati. We can all do that. We can all connect with our higher self and with all the energies that we wish to. And that's the beauty of it, because we all are spiritual beings, simply having a human experience. So, moving forward, now we have two bodies. At all times, we have two bodies, not one. What does that mean? One is our physical body. What is our second body? Anybody would like to guess, or anybody would like to try answering that? You can type in the chat box if you like. We have two bodies. One is our physical body. What is our second body? Emotional energy body. That's it. That's the answer. Fantastic. Yes. So we have our physical body and we have our energy body. Now, energy body is basically much, much larger than our physical body. Okay. Because physical body is, some people are a little bigger, some people are a little smaller. So that's your physical body. But your energy is something that can fill the entire room. It can fill the entire neighborhood. And when you are so enlightened, it can actually fill the entire universe, because each one of us is a goddess and a god. Each one of us is, in our highest form, the creator, ourselves. We are all a part of that. We just have to shine our lights, right? So right now, some people are like a 0-watt bulb. Some people are like a 60-watt bulb. Some people are like a halogen bulb. And then we all have the capacity to be as bright as the sun, to be the stars that we are. So one sun can light up the entire earth, right? In fact, the entire system. So imagine, no matter how much darkness and all kinds of negativity and, ignorance there may be, but if one person is that bright, then with the energy and the light of that one person, the entire earth can light up. So you realize how important each one of us is? Each one of us should strive to reach that ultimate point so that we can shine as bright as the sun. And that is nothing but completely becoming one with our higher self. So we all are already that. It's just accessing and connecting with that. Yes, that's right. So, Shraddha, thank you. Well, so now what we need to do is understand what are the different parts of our mind. Okay, so let's take step by step. Mind, body, soul, higher self. So first, mind, the smallest part. The mind has so many different aspects. One is all your thoughts, right? Keep thinking all the time. So that's coming from the mind. Emotions, what we're feeling, right? That's also coming from the mind. Then fear, that's coming from the mind. Fear is actually not real, it's a very human thing. When you die or when you pass over, you have no fears. All those fears go away because fear is only there in the human realm. And fear is not real. It's basically generated from the mind. So you can overcome all your fears if you rise above your mind, right? I mean, it's easier said than done, but it's possible. So, thoughts, emotions, fears, and ego. Ego is what separates us. We are all actually one. The energy is all one, but we are just different elements of the same energy. But what is it that makes us think that I am different, and Sweetie Ji is different, and Hina is different, and Renu Ji is different? Because our mind is creating that difference, that duality. The ego makes me feel, oh, I am Reenie. I am not, Deepak, or I am not Shobha. I am Reenie. But we all are different. We're all projecting. We're all mirrors. We're all actually a part of one consciousness, right? So the ego is all the thoughts and emotions which, also basically form the ego itself. Anyway, so that's the mind. Now, when the mind is quiet, the mind is relaxed, the mind is silent, then all these, thoughts, unnecessary emotions, the fears, the ego, that's all silent because the mind is silent. And all this is coming from the mind. Then we move to the body. Now, your body is something which is so powerful. Do you know how intelligent your body is? I mean, you think your mind is smart, you can think anything you want, you can compute, you can learn so much, you can remember so much. But just imagine, your body has how many billions of cells, trillions of cells, how many organs, how many functions, even right now, while you're even listening, whether you're sitting, whether you're lying down, whether you're listening, whether you're not listening also. But your body is doing so many things. Your heart is beating, your lungs are doing what they're supposed to do, your eyes are watching, everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So your body is actually one of the most wonderful instruments, machine that is literally, made by, it's heavenly. It's like we're all gods, right? The body is godly. It's the temple of our soul. Absolute superpower is what your body is. Any problem, just connect with your body and the body will take you from there. The mind needs to be quiet, and believe me, it's 1 second job to disconnect from the mind. So don't think it's very difficult. Your mind will make you think that it's difficult. The mind cannot stop the mind, right? The body can stop the mind. So that's why we use the body. And in the Kriya, we're going to be using breath work, which is breathing, that will help the mind. And then, of course, the soul. The soul has soul feelings, okay? So the mind has emotions, the soul has soul feelings. Now, the soul feelings are very different from emotions. And this is an important concept, so please bear with me. And I hope you're not getting bored, and I hope this is not too much information, but it's important for me to just go over it so you understand it, because then, believe me, your understanding and your experience of doing this Kriya will be much, much more powerful. Good. I'm glad you're able to keep up. So your soul feelings are what is coming from your soul. Now I'll give you examples of soul feelings. Actually, why don't you type and tell me what are the soul feelings? Yes, Anu. Okay, I'll give you some examples. Maybe you can type more. Like love. Love is a soul feeling. Yes, that's right. What else? Joy, absolutely. Compassion, forgiveness, very true. Gratitude, excellent. Yes, all of these are soul feelings. Soul feelings have no mind in it. What is the difference main difference between soul feelings? Yes, very true. All of these are kindness, yes, gratitude, compassion, empathy, joy, strength, courage, love, sensitivity. These are all soul feelings, right? So soul feelings don't have any mind, right? There's no ego in this. There's no condition in this. So what is the difference between love that's coming from your soul and love, which is an emotion? There's a very big difference. Love that you think that's emotional is coming from the mind. But love that is pure, that is unconditional, that is coming from the soul. What is unconditional? Means no matter what. No conditions. Unconditional means no condition. Whether you love me back, whether you give me something or not, I still love you. That's the mother's love, unconditional love, right? It's the mother, it's the love of the divine love. That's unconditional love. No matter what we do, we are forgiven, right? That's unconditional love. But when you're very attracted to somebody, when you really like somebody, when you're very fond of somebody, you have all these amazing feelings, then that love has the mind in it. Is that permanent? Maybe not. Is it conditional? Maybe. If that person does something that you didn't expect them to do, or something that's, that you don't like, maybe that love might go away. So that's not love, it's an emotion that you're experiencing that feels like love. So everything that comes from the soul is unconditional, is permanent. It's not temporary. It doesn't come and go. It just remains. And what comes, and finally, moving on from the soul to your higher self. Higher self is like that one melting pot where everything comes and becomes one and dissolves and becomes pure divine enlightenment light, right? Where there is nothing but just pure being, pure light, pure energy that knows everything. And in this space of our higher self, we can connect, we can heal whatever we want, we can create the changes, we can create the shifts, whatever issues we have, just by connecting to the energy of your higher self. Things start changing, things start moving, and you again go back to your divine self. So these are the different levels of your consciousness. Now this workshop is called Devi Shakti, right? So what is Shakti? You can type, what is Shakti? Energy, perfect, brilliant. Yes, power as well. Yes, true. Even power, you're absolutely right, it's a part of the Shakti. It's the divine feminine power. Yes, that's right. It's mainly Shakti, right? Like Shiv and Shakti. So basically, Shakti is energy, and this is the divine feminine power, the divine feminine energy. Now, please understand one very important thing, okay? When you keep saying divine feminine, 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 it's not women, it's not girls, it's not your body, it's the energy that is feminine. So both a man and a woman has the divine feminine in them, okay? So please understand that. It's not only that ladies or women have divine feminine in them and men have divine masculine. No, no, no. Both masculine and feminine, right, are a part of the whole. And we all, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, we both have masculine and feminine energies inside of us. And these soul feelings are kind of masculine and feminine in nature, but they all are very important. So basically, I'll give you examples of feminine energy, like love. Do you think a man cannot love? Of course a man can love. It's a feminine energy. Forgiveness. You think a man cannot forgive? Of course they can forgive as well, right? Compassion, sensitivity. These are all divine feminine qualities, right? They are very connecting, combining. They bring together. And they have there in both men and women. And then courage, strength, freedom. These are all also very beautiful feelings and energies. these are masculine energies, divine masculine. So just because you're a woman does that mean that you don't have strength, you don't have courage, you're not independent, you don't enjoy freedom? Of course you do. So those are the divine masculine energies that are within us. So the feminine and masculine together is what completes and makes us the whole. But right now, why do we keep talking about the divine feminine so much? Why we're not talking so much about divine masculine? Because the need of the hour right now on earth, we need the energies more of divine feminine. Because everything, everything has an opposite, right? Good, there's bad. Negative, there's positive. So divine has also got what is the opposite of divine? Something that is mixed up, that's not pure, the impure side of it, right? Wounded, what is divine? And then there's a wounded energy. Evil, yeah, you're right. So basically what is divine? And then there is a wounded energy, actually the correct word. And if you read this book, which I recommend you should, you'll become even more familiar with these concepts and you'll thoroughly enjoy it. So opposite of divine energy is a wounded energy. So let's say love, okay, is an energy. It's a divine energy when it's pure, when it's unconditional, when it's without any motive, without any agenda. But that same love energy becomes wounded energy when it comes from the mind instead of coming from the soul. So what will happen? That love will turn into possessiveness. It'll turn into, emotional blackmailing, or trying to play the victim, or basically trying to dominate, or taking somebody on a guilt trip. So that love can become obsessive also. Obsession, possessiveness, insecurity. So these are all wounded forms of love. When you love unconditionally, there's the joy, there's the love, there's no fear. But when it gets wounded, then it becomes possessive, obsessive, all of that. So like that, right now, there's a lot of, not divine, but wounded masculine energies on earth right now. Okay. So to balance that, what do we need? When you put something too much, then you need to something else to balance it. So to clear the wounded masculine energies, we need more divine feminine energies. Clear, exactly. To balance what's happening on earth. And the earth is upgrading, So we're moving into 5D. We're moving, in the phone, we were on 3G. Now everybody's got 4G. We're moving to 5G, 5-dimensional, right? So what does that even mean? It means that we have to raise our energies. We have to raise our consciousness because we are Earth. What is Earth? Earth is made by all the energies on Earth, by the human beings and of course other life forms as well. So the entire Earth is upgrading. So it's like from the 3rd standard, we went to the 4th standard in school, and now we're all going to the 5th standard. So the ones who are going to pass will go to 5th standard. Otherwise, you'll have to repeat your 4th standard and 3rd standard, which means that you will probably go to another place, another classroom, another planet where the energies will be lower. But we don't want to fail. We all want to basically graduate and we all want to go to 5D, right? So therefore, it's very important for us to become more aware, more spiritually connected, because that's the key to our ascension, to move forward, to move up. And so the divine feminine in us will allow us to basically clear all this imbalance. So now Devi Shakti. So Shakti, like I said, is energy and also the divine feminine power. It's there in all these 4 aspects, in the mind, in the body, in your soul, and in your higher self. So in the mind, the divine feminine aspect or the Shakti of the mind helps you to visualize. Okay. So when you are sitting quietly, but you are visualizing that you are, in a beautiful place where you're sitting in a garden, you're breathing nice air, you're in the mountains, you're connecting. So whatever you're thinking is a form of visualizing, and it's coming from your mind. So when it is in connection to what you're trying to achieve, which is powerful and meditative and spiritually aligned, then your mind is also giving its Shakti in the form of the visualization. So all these four elements, the mind, the body, the soul, and the higher self, has the Shakti of its own. So mind Shakti, then the body Shakti. What is that? When we are doing yoga, when we are doing pranayam, when we are basically dancing. You know, dancing is one of the most uplifting and powerful ways for the body to express its Shakti, its divine power, its energy. Because when you're dancing, there's rhythm, there's joy, there's movement, there's connection. It's very cathartic. So dance is also a form of expressing your body's Shakti. Then, so it's mind Shakti, body Shakti, your soul's Shakti. So all your soul feelings, pure soul feelings, we all have soul feelings, okay? And they're all unlimited. We just have to connect with that. And so the joy that's flowing from you, the love that flows from you, the forgiveness that you easily are able to give, the understanding, the compassion, the courage, the strength, all of this is coming from your soul. So this is the power, the energy of your soul, the soul Shakti. And then your higher self. Your higher self is where everything dissolves and you surrender and you become light. So that pure enlightenment, that golden energy is your higher self Shakti. So the Shakti is there in all these four parts. Okay, so let me be the teacher and quiz you. I've been talking. So what are the four levels of your consciousness? First is mind. 2, what is your second? These are very easy questions. Come on, body, very good. 3, okay, body is the correct answer. 3rd, soul, very good. Soul. And 4, which is your higher level of consciousness? Higher self. That's good. Well done. Bravo. Good. So those are the 4 levels of your consciousness. And now in Devi Kriya, we actually connect with all of this. Because unless everybody's together, so in this class also, unless we all are together, we cannot have a great workshop. So the same way, unless all our 4 levels of consciousness are not working together, we cannot have that full, larger than life, the Shakti, the powerful experience that we are looking for. Okay. So basically, let me just tell you very quickly about our energy body. So I told you, right? Okay, quick again question. What are the 2 bodies? One is our physical body. What is the second body? Energy body. Very good. Wow, you guys are really smart. Fantastic. Okay, so the energy body. Now, energy body, very good. Yes, the correct answer is energy body. Let me tell you very quickly about the energy body. Your energy body has so many energy pathways. So in our Vedas is written 72,000 energy pathways, which are called nadis, right? Nadis are energy pathways. So anytime when there's a pathway, what happens? They are crossing, no? They're intersecting somewhere or the other. So there are so many intersections. So each intersection is a point that, because these are energy pathways, so all the points are also energy points, only the intersections, right? So the energy points are basically your chakras. So we keep hearing about chakra. What is all this chakra? Chakra is basically an energy point. That's it. And we are energy ourselves. We have an energy body. So obviously we all have chakras. And we all are mainly familiar with the 7 chakras, but we have many more actually. There's supposed to be like 114 main, chakras. So when you actually get into that deeper sadhana, then you can actually one by one work on all of them. But the 7 main ones are enough to access all your other chakras and your basic overall energy points, right? So basically, 7 chakras is what we have. So this is something, I actually picked up. And the color, so this is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo color, which is like a darker blue, and violet, or it's a purple color. So these are basically the 7 chakras and the 7 colors of your chakra. And basically what it does is they are all sitting on your spinal cord, on your back. So when you're sitting straight, that's why in the beginning I said, please everybody sit straight. So there's a reason for everything. It's not because I'm just trying to be all cool and be like a strict teacher. It's important to sit straight because your energy is straight, your energy is connected, it's more aligned, right? And so so we'll start with this, and we are spiritual beings. We're connected to all the universal energies, right? And the universe has so many elements. The earth is an element, water is an element, air is an element, ether is an element, yeah? Fire is an element. So these are 5 elements. So basically, our chakras, which are all a part of our energy body, are connected to all these different elements also. And very briefly, I will take you through these elements. So, first chakra is basically your root chakra, okay? So it's in the bottom of your spine. So, your spinal cord, all the way at the bottom, the energy around that area is your root chakra, your number 1 chakra. The color of that is red, and it is connected to the element of, any guesses? The root chakra is connected to which element? Which universal element? Earth. Fantastic. Oh my God. Very good, Vidya. Very good. Very good. Excellent. So earth. So your lower chakra, root chakra, is connected to earth. Now, what are the energies of the earth? All our earthly instincts. When we are human beings, we're always fear. Fear also comes from your root chakra, as well as abundance also comes from the root chakra. So basically, when your chakra is open and it's functioning in divine energy, then it feels sense of belonging, it feels secure, it feels connected, it feels abundance, right? There's no unnecessary conditioning, there's no judgment. But when your root chakra is disturbed, or it is basically not balanced, then the fear, all the fears that we have, whether it's fear about your body, fear about your security, fear about money, fear in relationships, what will happen, fear about being judged, all the fears come from your root chakra, right? And also, if you want to prosper in your relationships, you want to attract a lot of money, you want to be successful, if your root is strong, is grounded, then you can create abundance for yourself, because that track of abundance is not blocked, right? When there's a pipe and there's a blockage, then nothing can flow through it. So this is your connection to abundance. But if it's imbalanced, if it's blocked, then you can't attract it. And Lakshmi ji, right? Goddess Lakshmi, the energy of Goddess Lakshmi, which is the energy of abundance, is connected to your first chakra, your root chakra. And that is why, we worship the energy of Goddess Lakshmi so much, and we associate her with wealth, with abundance, and during, even pujas that we do. So it's basically the energy of abundance. It's your root chakra. Moving on, second chakra, okay? So above, going up on your belly, your navel, right? Your belly button, below the belly button, right? That is the area of your second chakra. And what is the second chakra called? Your sacral chakra. It's orange in color, okay? So your sacral chakra is below your navel in your belly area. And the reason why I'm taking some time to explain, very good. Somebody already wrote the answer, which I was about to ask. Lakshmi, good, good, good. Okay, so wait, let me keep this. Just one second. There you go. That's better. Okay, fantastic. So, so the second element is also is connected to which element? And you guys have already answered the question before I could ask. It is water. So that's right. So the second chakra is water. Now, what happens? What happens to water constantly? Is water something that is very still? No, right? It's always moving. Left, up, down. The minute there's a little bit, also you put a pebble, or even if you blow, it'll start moving. So what is it that's always moving inside us? Our emotions, right? So every time, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad, suddenly somebody says something, you get angry, you may get hurt. All these different emotions, keep triggering. So that's because it's your second chakra, all the emotions which are being triggered, because it's like the water. But water is also very healing. Water is also very connected to creativity. Water also is very life-giving. Water also creates a lot of healing and a lot of joy, right? And a lot of pleasure. So basically, when your second chakra is balanced and it's working beautifully, then you feel happy, you feel creatively aligned, you feel calm, you feel relaxed, you feel confident, but when it's messed up, then you're anxious, you feel stress, you may feel jealousy, you may feel, all kinds of, you may feel blocked. So that's your second chakra. Now, so the first chakra has all the fears in your root. The second is all the emotions, right? Second chakra. Third chakra, which is yellow in color, it is above your navel, right? So all of this on your spinal cord also is in the same sort of, positioning. So above your navel, your third chakra, yellow in color, is connected to the element. There you go. Yes, ego, air and ego body. Well done, Shobhaji. Good job. So the third element is connected to air. And air is always up flying, right? Hawa mein, like they say. So basically, your ego is, when you're in the head, when you're in the air, when you're basically not grounded and you're not, being very compassionate and realistic. You're just all over the place. Even thoughts, your thoughts are always flying around. Right? You're suddenly thinking something, and suddenly in the middle of the meditation, you could be like, what am I going to eat after this? Or, oh, I wonder what time will they come? Oh, did I message that person? While you're in the middle of talking to somebody, or while you're in the middle of meditation, or while you could be listening to a workshop, because your mind is like the air. It's that element is just running here and there suddenly, and trust me, it happens to all of us. That's why I call it the monkey mind, right? So your thoughts and your ego is connected to the air. Air element is more in the head. So ego, when you say, no, you're very big-headed, egoistic, or, too much hawa mein ud rahe hain, like ego. So that's air element. So basically, earth element is root chakra, and fears are mainly in the root. Second element is water, which is your sacral chakra, and it's connected to all your emotions. Third chakra is called the solar plexus, which is above your navel. It's connected to the air element. It's your thoughts and ego. Okay. Now, fourth chakra is your heart chakra. So Anahat chakra, they call it in Sanskrit. So basically, your heart chakra is green in color, and this, when your lower three chakras are open, it automatically opens up, right? So that's the beauty of the heart. And that is why your lower three chakras are so important, because mainly when we are on earth is when we have the mind. And the mind is always working, always racing, thinking, emoting, being fearful about something, being egoistic about something. So Lakshmi ji and Saraswati ji have very strongly in the channelings, in the book that I mentioned, have said, please focus on your lower three chakras. Many times we keep thinking, oh, your third eye or your crown chakra, or you feel like all the upper chakras are the better chakras, or when you're more spiritual, we should be focusing on the upper chakras. No. It's the lower chakras which are the most important when you're a human, having a human experience. We are all human beings. So it's very important for us to keep those lower three chakras in check and to make sure that they are open, they're not blocked, and they're not wounded. They are in their divine condition, not in the wounded condition. So the energy of your lower three chakras, if they are open, automatically the heart opens. Okay, because everything is connected. And then your fifth chakra, which is your, throat chakra or Vishuddhi chakra, helps you in your expression, divine speaking your truth. Your sixth chakra is your third eye chakra. It's called the Ajna chakra. It's indigo in color. It's basically your third eye. Like you have your two physical eyes, and this is your third eye, which is your spiritual eye or your inner eye. So what your two eyes that cannot see outside, your inner eye can see and connect, right? So even when you're meditating, when you're visualizing, it's your eyes are closed. So it's your third eye, which is working, which is visualizing, which is connecting, right? And all your intuition also comes from your sixth. They say sixth sense. Sixth sense is like your intuition. That's your sixth chakra, which is your third eye chakra. And then finally your seventh chakra, which is the crown chakra. It's violet in color. And your crown chakra is like the antenna. Like a TV and a radio has an antenna. Like that, your energy body, your crown chakra has the antenna that connects you to the universal energies, to your higher self. And after your crossing and connecting with your crown chakra, you can move further up, you can move, ahead and have beautiful divine experiences. You can visualize, you can connect with your higher self, you can connect with other divine energies. So basically, these are all your 7 chakras with different energies and different purposes. So when all your chakras are working in, sync with each other beautifully, that's when your energy body is fully open, is divine, and then you can really operate in your optimal way in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So what's most important, quick recap, the first 3 chakras, when they open, the 4th chakra opens up, which is your heart chakra, right? And then your upper 3 chakras, what happens to them? How do they open? Fire. So yes, good question, fire. What about the fire? So in fact, in our, older ways of our understanding, a lot of people who are familiar with, chakras and the energies, they think of the 3rd chakra is fire. Why is it? Because, your stomach has the fire of digestion and it's the energy of fire. So let me tell you, this was brought down in this channeling from Goddess Lakshmi and Goddess Saraswati, that the element of fire is present in all your chakras, not only in the 3rd chakra. So 1st chakra is earth element, 2nd chakra is water element, 3rd chakra is air element. Fire is in all your elements. The fire element in your lower chakra is the fire of creativity. Then the fire in your heart is sustaining fire. And the fire in your upper chakras is the fire that is of destruction, but destructing not what is good, but destructing and dissolving all that is not required, all that is unnecessary. So the fire element is there in all your chakras, even ether. Ether element is there in all your chakras, but it's more, it's in a greater quantity in your upper chakras, and the ether is lesser in the lower one. So all elements are present in all our chakras, but the main 3 chakras, which is what we have to work on, especially in Devi Kriya as well, and in general, that we must be aware of, are the lower 3 chakras. Now, upper chakras are always open. So somebody's asking, ma'am, what is ether? Ether is an element, like how fire, water, earth, and ether is also an element. It's more like the air kind of element, but it is very specific. So ether is also present in all our chakras and more in the upper chakras. So the ether is what connects us, and our energies. So basically, coming back to our upper chakras, they're always open. Okay, so we don't need to work on opening our upper chakras. The problem is that the lower chakras are blocked. So energy, amazing blessings, amazing enlightenment, ideas, everything starts flowing from above, but then there's a blockage, there's a jam once they reach the heart, which may be closed. And why is the heart closed? Because maybe the lower chakras below are not fully open, and they're not, there is a blockage there because of all our mind, thoughts and emotions and, anxiety and doubt and fear and all of that. So it's very important that our lower 3 chakras are powerful, strong, open, so that the heart is open, and our upper chakras, which are always open, can allow that divine flow to come and go all the way through. Otherwise, you'll not feel anything because it's not going down. So it's coming, but there's a block. It can't go below because the lower 3 chakras are closed, which is why lower 3 chakras are super important. And if our lower 3 are in place, everything, it's like the foundation of a building. You can have the most fabulous, fantastic building with the best of, design and amazing fittings and everything on the upper floors and very tall. But if you don't dig a strong foundation, that building can fall anytime. So how does it matter how beautiful that building is and how nicely it has been built? It cannot sustain unless the foundation is strong. So the lower 3 chakras are like the foundation of the building. And then the upper 3 are always open. And the upper ones are like, what you can build on. And that sky is the limit for that. So this is something that, it's very important to remember and understand. Also, let me just make sure I haven't forgotten anything, because yeah. Now, what connects our body to our mind? So our body, of course, is, we can see it, but our mind, our thoughts, our emotions, our ego, which is what the problem is mainly in the lower chakras. How do we fix that? How do we silence our mind? Can we touch it? Can we access it? Can we, space is ether, that's right. So basically, can we access our minds through our body? How do we connect with our mind? How do we control the mind? Any guesses? Yes, that's right. Pratibha, that's the answer. Through breath. So basically, your body has only one single way of connecting with your mind. Your mind cannot, by thinking about the mind, you cannot connect. The body can connect only through breathing. So the perfect example, and I can't, find a better, one of the better examples is a kite, right? Like the mind is all over the place. It's flying around, it's everywhere. So like a kite, a patang, right? We fly a kite in the air and it's basically all over in the air. Now, what is it that allows you to control that kite? See, if you hold the kite and you try to fly it, you can only move it till where your hand can reach. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is to let it go in the air, to go in the skies, to go as high as it can. So what is it that is connecting? No, breathing is correct. But I'm asking you that what is it? Marjara. That's right. In Hindi, that thread. Yes, absolutely correct. So basically, it's that thread that we are holding in our hand that is connected to the kite that helps us to control that kite, which is flying in the air. So similarly, it's only one thing that connects. So the kite is like the mind, which is flying all over the place. And we are like the body. And the connecting part is the breath. So our breath is what connects us to the mind. Now, here's a very interesting thing. When you have that thread, which is connecting you to that kite, when you're flying it, if the thread is very short, will the kite fly high and will it fly smoothly and glide and all? Or will it keep falling? It'll keep falling, right? Exactly. The string or the thread or the mantra or whatever has to be long, and longer the thread is, the more smoothly and higher the kite will fly and it will smoothly glide in the air, right? But if the thread is small, then it will keep falling down. Same way, our breath, when we take long, deep, relaxing breaths, then our mind is calm, the mind is relaxed, the mind is smooth. But if we take short breaths, right, then the mind keeps falling. The mind keeps going in all the wrong places where it's not supposed to go. Now, I'll tell you what happens. How does breathing control the mind? So this is just an example of the connection of the body and the mind, and with the example of the thread and the kite. Now, let me tell you, like I said, the mind is generating all the thoughts, emotions. So when you're very happy, or when you're very sad, or when you're very angry, or when you're very frustrated, or when you're irritated, these are all different emotions, right? Have you ever thought about it, how you're breathing? Your style of breathing when you're angry, or your style of breathing when you're like frustrated, or when you're very depressed. Are you taking long, deep breaths, or are you just taking short breaths? Yes, it's very fast. You're absolutely right. So when you're angry, you're like, how can they do this? So your breath is fast. It's short, like the thread, of the kite. It's short, so it keeps falling, right? So same way, when you're depressed also, maybe you're taking shallow breaths. You're not taking deep breaths because you're so depressed that you're barely breathing also sometimes, and it's not smooth. So if every emotion that you feel, every thought that you have, by default, without whether you realize or not, is affecting your style of breathing, then it's the equal and opposite rule. If the thoughts and emotions are affecting the breath and the style of breathing, then will not the style of breathing also do the same and affect your thoughts and emotions? So that's why they say that pranayam or breathing is the key to control and silence the mind. Because when you're doing your pranayam or when you're doing any breathing practice, you're taking deep, long breaths and you're taking breathing patterns in ways which are very, very specific and that help you to reset, rewire your nervous system, your sympathetic and parasympathetic part of your nervous system gets activated and energized or relaxed using the breath. So the whole body and the nervous system and the ecosystem of the body, it's using the breath to regulate, and that immediately controls your emotions, your thoughts. So when you are very, very angry, okay, if you just take a nice, deep, long, relaxing breath, will you be able to remain angry that effectively? The way you could if you were not taking long breaths? Try being very angry and shouting and being really upset, and try taking really deep, relaxed, long breath while you're trying to be angry. It's not possible, okay? So the same way, when you basically can alter your emotions and your thoughts with your breath, that makes you realize how powerful your breath is, how your body can control your mind with the breathing, okay? And also one amazing thing, yeah, through deep breathing, very true, very true. Also, they say, how do you gauge the age of your life? How do you count how many years you're going to live all your life? We think of our age in the terms of years, right? How old you are, or how many years you have lived. So it's basically through the number of years we are used to understanding the length of our life. But let me tell you one thing. Your life is actually the number of breaths that you take. That is what is going to tell you the length of your life. So if you take long breaths, you are going to elongate your life. Because if you're angry all the time, or you're frustrated all the time, or you're all the time complaining, all the time whatever, then you're taking quick breaths, short breaths, you're taking more breaths, you're finishing your breaths. So the number of breaths is your lifetime, okay? So don't think that you're supposed to live, if the Jyotish told you, the astrologer, that you're supposed to live 60 years, guess what? Start breathing slowly, start meditating. You'll probably live 70 years instead of 60, even though the astrologer may be right. Because your life is in the number of breaths, not in the number of years. So it's very important to be relaxed, to be happy, to be peaceful, to breathe deeply, to be connected to the body. Then you prolong your life, and automatically the quality of life is also going to be good. So don't worry, don't feel if you have a miserable life, I don't want 10 more years of this hell. No, your life will become excellent and you will live longer and you'll be able to create more value. The longer you live, the more you can grow and the more you can help others grow also, right? The more enlightened we are, the brighter we become. We cover more area and more darkness around us and help others. So I think I've given you a lot of info right now. So let's move forward. So what I would like to do is share with you, in the next, we have 40 more minutes. So today, we won't really practice the Kriya, but I am going to, like I said, I've already, I think, covered most of the concepts which you have. Oh yes, the music was very soulful. Yes, it was beautiful. So, flute is always such a lovely instrument, it really connects. So we will just learn about the steps. I'm going to share with you how Devi Kriya is done. Many of you are familiar with it. So there are some changes, and there's actually more than changes, we're adding one additional phase, because these are things that we don't think from our mind. Like I said, this is a download. Devi Kriya is channeled by Goddess Parvati's energy. So sometimes, it's not writing a book or you're channeling a message that you just write it. This is an experiential thing. It's a Kriya. So to download and channel a Kriya is very different from just channeling a message. So it has to be felt in the body, and it sometimes comes in phases. So we've added, I think, the level of consciousness where slowly this whole thing comes, and now the fourth phase, which really completes the whole experience of, meditation is also part of the Kriya. So you guys have really joined for the right workshop. And I think later on we'll be sharing all of these videos for those who haven't been able to make it to this one. Okay, so with no further ado, you guys have understood the chakras and the energy body, our mind, body, soul, higher self. Now, basically, why is Devi Kriya so powerful? Of course, I told you breathing is the only way to help you silence the mind. Unless we silence the mind, which is using the breath, which is a part of the body, we cannot connect to our soul consciousness, and soul connects us to our higher self. So, for example, I'll give you, if you want to go, let's say, from Bombay to New York, of course, there is a direct flight, but let's say there was no direct flight, then you have to take a connecting flight, right? You go from Bombay to London or Bombay to Dubai or someplace, and then you go to New York. So let's say New York is your higher self, Bombay is you wanting to connect. So your soul helps you to connect you further to the higher self. Okay? So to connect your soul consciousness, the mind has to be quiet. So the mind, quietening the mind is the main Kriya purpose. And then when mind very successfully becomes quiet, then we can have a lovely meditation. So when you try to meditate just like that, sit, breathe, observe your thoughts, let them come, let them go. Many people will just be stuck in that only. They won't be able to get out of it. Maybe a few, minutes here and there in between, they can have an actual experience. But this way, when you systematically do this Devi Kriya, it's really the need of the hour. So there are 4 phases in Devi Kriya, okay? Using all the 4 levels of our consciousness. Our mind, because we are visualizing. I told you, right? The mind Shakti. The Devi Shakti workshop is using the Shakti of all your 4 consciousness in this Kriya, in Devi Kriya. So the Shakti of your mind, like I said, helps you in visualizing, in your intention setting. So if your intention is to connect with your higher self and you're visualizing, whatever you are visualizing, that is your mind Shakti that is at work. And why did I take so much of time and trouble to explain so many concepts? Because the effect will be the same, whether you do it without understanding or whether you do it with understanding. Because what happens is, if your mind is understanding what you're doing, then it will try to not doubt so much and will not jump around so much and will not create, problems for you in all the time wondering, is this happening? Or what is this? Or why should you even be doing this? So it just allows you with understanding to move forward very seamlessly. So visualization is the mind Shakti. Then the breath work, which I will teach you. There are different pranayams that we will be doing in a certain order in different phases. So that's your body's movement and breath. So that's your body Shakti being used. Then, of course, throughout, the whole thing is soul feelings are flowing. Love, joy, faith, peace, balance, harmony. These are all soul feelings that will be flowing from above, which we will consciously be aware of in the process. You'll see, especially in phase 2. And then there is your higher self, right? So the intention of connecting with your higher self and to be able to do that. So even that Shakti of in the 3rd phase, when we all completely dissolve and become light energy. So all your 4 Shaktis of all your 4 levels of consciousness are in use and at play to really give you that full wholesome experience, powerful experience. And then you enter into the 4th phase, which is meditation, Anapanasti meditation, which is basically just to become a witness and then have all the experiences that are possible. So the Devi Circle team has created a beautiful PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to play that just to explain the steps, and I'll speak on the side, elaborating on the important parts, and then we will do some chanting as well, so that it's not too heavy on all the info and the wisdom, and it's also with our energies at play, with our body should be involved as well. Hold on, let's see. Okay. So can everybody see? Yeah? Can you put your thumbs up or something? Yeah? Okay, great. So here is Devi Kriya with Goddess Parvati. So basically, so first we start always with chanting 3 ohms. Now, why do we do this? Because Om is the basic Bij mantra. Bij means root, seed. So the Bij mantra for connection is Om. So when you chant Om with the intention of whatever it is that, and whoever it is and wherever it is that you want to connect, that's where straight away your energy, your consciousness will go. So let's say you want to connect with Mother Earth, and then you close your eyes and you visualize your energy is going into Mother Earth. While you're chanting Om, you will connect with Mother Earth. When you want to connect with your higher self, and you're chanting Om, breathing in and chanting Om. While chanting, you feel that you're going and connecting with your higher self. And so that Om is like a connection. It's like a doorbell, right? So whoever's house you want to go and visit, that person's house, you'll go and ring the doorbell, right? If you want to go to, let's say, Shobha Ji's house, you will not go to Sweetie Ji's house and ring the doorbell. You'll go to Shobha Ji's house and ring the doorbell, right? So like that, wherever you want to connect, that's what you think of, and you chant the Om when you're in this state of meditation. So we chant 3 ohms. So we connect with ourselves, with all our bodies. We connect with Mother Earth, and we connect with our higher self straight away. Then we basically invoke all the Mahadevis. So basically, what are Mahadevis? These are all energies, okay? So, every Devi or goddess, as we know it, is basically nothing but an energy form, right? So those people who are not Hindus or who are not familiar with this, don't get caught up in that. It's just the energy. So we chant and invoke, right? The right energies, so that the experience, because it's so powerful, Devi Kriya, that when you start practicing alone, on your own, you'll notice that some people will have such powerful experiences that sometimes maybe you'll get a little bit scared at times because, it's too powerful, the experience, or you're not used to it. So we invoke all these divine beings, okay, who you cannot see physically, but in presence, they are all there, so that they support us and they accompany us throughout this Kriya while we are doing it. It's like you have, when you're swimming, there's a lifeguard who's watching you. So like that, these divine energies we are invoking that are looking over us, that are helping us, protecting us throughout the process. That's why it's a very holy, beautiful, powerful process that you should not do in the middle and suddenly say, oh, wait, I'm getting a phone call, or I need to open the door. If it's important and there's no choice, you can take a split break, but try to do this like a process, as if it's like a puja. It's like really divine, because you've invited and invoked all these divine beings and devis. So when they're sitting there, would you just tell them, okay, wait, I need to just go, or suddenly I need to eat something, or I need to make a quick call, I forgot? No. So I'll explain to you what this means, this mantra. Om, again, is to connect. So this means we want to connect to Aim. Aim is the Bij mantra for wisdom. It's the energy of Goddess Saraswati. Always we start first with wisdom. With wisdom, if you move ahead, anything that you do in life, then you can be rest assured that you will take the right steps, because you have used your wisdom before doing it, not just started doing something for the sake of doing it without thinking about it or realizing what needs to be done. Hreem, hreem, hreem is the energy, right? It's the Shakti, the energy, the power. So you need energy to move ahead, right? You may have the wisdom to know what needs to be done, but now you need the actual energy to move ahead and do it. Today I know, okay, wisdom tells me that I should go to the temple. But now you need energy to go there, right? So hreem, hreem, hreem is the energy. And the energy with the power, with the courage to move ahead. Let's say the wisdom is to say that somebody needs to be told something, but you need to have the courage, you need to have the energy to say that. So hreem, hreem is the energy of Goddess Durga, or energy that we move forward with wisdom, energy. Shreem, shreem, shreem is the energy of abundance. We create abundance And that's the energy of Lakshmi ji. So wherever we go, abundance doesn't only mean money, or it doesn't mean just wealth and finance. Abundance is a soul feeling. Abundance is, joy. Abundance is that feeling of fulfillment, of having, of knowing that you are taken care of, and that wherever you go, you can create value. Abundance is value, right? So basically, wherever you go with wisdom moving forward, you create abundance. Whether it's in your work, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's, in your projects, in your education, anything. Clean, clean, clean. Clean, clean is the energy of Goddess Parvati. It's also for relationships. And basically, everything in life is a relationship. Today, you and I have a relationship, right? I'm imparting and teaching you something, you are receiving. So basically, this is a relationship. Your relationship with your mother, your father, your friends, your neighbors, your partner, your husband. So your wife, spouse, these are all different relationships. Even your relationship with your own self, most important relationship. And relationship even with, with your things, with your car, with your crystals, with your, with your instruments, with the household items, everything that belongs to you, it's a relationship you have. The love, the connection with which you use, you associate, you understand, right? So that's clean, clean, clean. So when you connect with wisdom, move forward with that energy, you create abundance in everything and every relationship in life. So this is how powerful and meaningful this Bij mantra is. So we chant this Bij mantra after we say the first 3 ohms. Then let me tell you about the Kriya. Then there are 4 phases in Devi Kriya. Now, basically, we are working on our energy body. So that's the chakras, right? Chakras are nothing but energy points. So in phase 1, we are energizing our chakras. In phase 2, we are cleansing our chakras. In phase 3, we are harmonizing our chakras. And then finally, we enter into phase 4, where we become the witness. So we're just witnessing everything, allowing everything. We've become emptied and full at the same time, and we are in a complete state of meditation. Okay, so why is energizing before cleansing? Because you need energy, right, to clean also. So today, let's say if your house is very dirty and you need to clean it, if you need the energy first to be able to clean it. So always first we wake up, right? Then you can start doing anything. So energy is required. You energize your chakras with the breathing process that I will be teaching in the steps of phase 1. And there are 4 steps in each phase. So 4 phases. The 4th phase is just meditation, but in the first 3 phases, there are 4 steps each. And each step is a different pranayam or a different breathing pattern. So then after we finish the first phase, we move to the second, where we're cleaning all the chakras with 4 different pranayams. Then we move to the 3rd phase, which is harmonizing our chakras. So once the chakras are energized, we clean all the chakras. Now, how do you clean what are you cleaning? What is inside the chakras that you're cleaning? Basically, it's your mind, right? Which has got all the fears, all the thoughts, all the emotions, all the ego. So clearing all that energy of the mind, all the wounded energies that you don't no longer need, that is blocking you, that is not allowing you to function in your full capacity and full power. So we clean the chakras by clearing all this. Now, how do you clear something? You remove something and you replace it with something else. So the soul feelings start flowing in you from above, and they start clearing all the old thoughts, emotions, and all those kind of things. So that's your second phase. 3rd phase is harmonizing your chakras. So once everything is energized, open, clear, then they start working with each other. If your root chakra is open and working well, then there's no fear. If there's no fear, then you won't have anxiety, which is your 2nd chakra. You won't have any unnecessary jealousy or insecurity, right? Then when there's no fear, you can speak clearly. So your 5th chakra, which is basically your Vishuddhi chakra, you can express freely. You can speak your truth without any fear. So every chakra is connected to every other chakra. When your 2nd chakra is clear, you're not over emotional, then you will not unnecessarily misunderstand. You'll not try to blackmail somebody. You'll not try to play the victim, right? You'll basically be more clear. So again, you can express more beautifully. When your emotions are, clear and balanced, also your intuition works better. How can your intuition be strong when you're so emotional and you're so, charged with thoughts and fears and all that? Not possible. Say, then your third chakra, right? When your third chakra is open and basically it's clear, no unnecessary ego, there's no unnecessary thoughts, then you're really relaxed. You're so happy, you're childlike, you're joyful, you're creative, you're humorous, you're so fun to be with, right? Without any unnecessary attitude problem or unnecessary ego or overthinking and misunderstanding. When you think too much, you analyze too much, you judge more, and you misunderstand more. So like that, harmonizing your chakras is in the third phase, where everything dissolves and you're in harmony. And then finally, in the fourth phase, where you become one, fully clear, energized, harmonized, then the way you can meditate, there's no disturbance, no blocks, and your pure consciousness and your higher self experience is like 10 on 10. So that's the beauty of this. Now, I'll quickly run through the, phase one. In that, again, I said the mind Shakti, right? Visualization. So we start by visualizing. So we've already done the 3 ohms. Then we've said the Bij mantra. Then we enter into phase one. And what do? We visualize or imagine, another word, a beam of divine light is flowing from above, from your higher self. So your higher self is higher, in your higher dimension, above your 7th crown chakra, in the universal energy, right? In a higher dimension. So from above, this divine light is flowing and entering your body and energizing. So it's entering you from your crown chakra, dhire dhire, it's going into your third eye, your 5th chakra, heart, one by one, entering all your chakras, and it's energizing all the way down to your root chakra in each step. Now, phase one is basically where you are going to hold your 2 fingers in between your eyebrows, you close your right nostril, you start breathing in from your left nostril. And of course, I'll be playing the beats. I'm just right now running through it. Tomorrow, we will actually sit and do the whole prakriya. So tomorrow, try to sit comfortably, make sure your videos are on as much as possible so I can see you guys better. And I will actually guide you through the full kriya. Today, I'm only explaining it more, in the form of theory. So we basically breathe in from the left nostril in 4 beats. Then we hold the breath for 4 beats. And then from the right nostril, we breathe out in 8 beats. So we do this 4 times, okay? And then we move to the step 2 of this first phase of energizing. It's the heart pranayam. So basically, we hold mudras in this. So like the picture showing, your first finger and your thumb, you hold it like that in the second step. That's the chin mudra. And then again, you breathe in, you expand your heart, your chest comes out in 4 beats. Then you hold your breath for 4 beats. And then again, you slowly you breathe out and take your heart, chest back inside, slowly in 8 beats or 8 counts. So that's then third step is your energizing navel. So each phase has 4 steps. The first step is always your third eye. Second step is always the heart. Third step is always the navel. And fourth step is always the root. So this is the pattern which covers overall all your energy points. So in this, then you hold the chin dhyan mudra, like it's shown in the picture. Your 2 thumbs are touching. So you sit like that, and then you breathe in again in 4 beats, and you expand your belly. Your stomach will go out because you fill it with breath. And then you hold the breath for 4 beats, keeping your stomach out, and then slowly breathe out, taking your stomach all the way back in. So we do this 4 times. Then we move to the 4th step, energizing root. So in this, the mudra is the same, but you basically will flatten your thumbs. So from touching the 2 thumbs, you just put them down, and then you breathe in and you pull up your root chakra, which is your anal perineum muscles, and then hold your breath for 4 beats, and then slowly release that. So that's your first phase. Then when you finish that, we'll again chant 1 Om, because Om keeps you connected, right? So when you finish the first phase, you see that all that light that was flowing through from one chakra to the other is going all the way into Mother Earth. Then you chant Om and go back to your higher self, connecting with your higher self. And then you visualize beautiful soul feelings are starting to flow. So the soul feelings are all coming from your soul, your higher self, which is a part of your higher soul. And this light in the form of the soul feelings start entering your body from your crown chakra, and dhire dhire it goes one by one into all your chakras all the way to the bottom, and starts clearing all the stored emotions, thoughts, mind, content, and goes all the way back into Mother Earth, even sending all this love and joy to Mother Earth. So the steps in phase 2 are cleansing third eye pranayam, which is Nadi Shodhan. It's a pranayam that I'll be showing you. We do this 40 times. Then you basically move to step 2. Like I said, always in the 4 steps, the first step is always third eye. So our focus is on the upper part. The third eye covers the crown, it covers the throat and your third eye. Second step is cleansing heart. So we are going to do Bhastrika, which is the pranayam for this. Again, I'll show it properly tomorrow. So you basically do this 20 times. And then we do the third step, which is cleansing navel pranayam, which is Kapalbhati, which clears and cleanses all your emotions in your belly area, the ego, the thoughts, the emotions. And then finally, the fourth step, which is cleansing root pranayam or root bhastrika. This is also a very beautiful way where you pull up your root muscles, like in bhastrika, and you drop it. So we do this 20 times. So these are the different pranayams. Don't worry about it right now. I will show it to you and teach it to you tomorrow. Properly, we'll do it. So make sure you please attend and keep your videos on tomorrow. Even if you don't, but make sure you attend and you're ready to practice this, because that's the important part. And in between each of these steps in phase 2, there is no mudra that you're holding, and there are transition breaths. Okay, which means that after every breath, after you finish the first step of Nadi Shodhan, you'll take one breath in from your nose, 4 counts, hold the breath for 4 counts, and slowly breathe out in 8 counts. So you do it like this after every step. Okay, so these are called transition breaths, because otherwise if you straight move from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to step 4, without the transition breath, it doesn't allow your energies to kind of recenter. Okay, it creates too much of that energy, and it's all over the place. So this way it ties you and keeps you aligned. So this is phase 2. Then again, when you finish the 4th step of phase 2, you visualize everything is going into Mother Earth, and then you chant Om and again connect back to your higher self. And this time you're visualizing that this portal of light, which was from your higher self, is further expanding. It's becoming so big that more and more light is flooding and flowing from above and entering every part of you, from your crown, which is your topmost 7th chakra, all the way one by one into all your chakras. And it's dissolving any leftover residual thoughts, emotions, leftover ego. And then you see your physical body slowly turning into a light body. So much light is flowing from above that literally, forget about dissolving all the mind contents. Even the body and the mind is all as if you can't even feel your body anymore. And this is a beautiful different pranayams that are there. They're rhythmic in movement. So step 1 has a rhythmic third eye pranayam, like I always said. Always step 1 is third eye, step 2 is heart, step 3 is navel, and step 4 is root. And basically your attention is in your third eye area, and you're moving your head, your chest, your belly, everything moves in this, breathing pattern, which is very rhythmic. I'll teach you that pranayam tomorrow. And then step 2, the awareness moves to the heart. Step 3, then you bring your attention to your navel area, which is your belly. Your 2nd and 3rd chakras are in your navel area, and then your root. And in this phase, after every step, when you finish, and each step we do it 30 times, we will take 3 transition breaths. It's written over here 4:8 by 3. 3 means 3 times. So when you finish step 1, we will breathe in from our nose in 4 beats, 4 counts, and slowly breathe out in 8 counts. Again, breathe in 4 counts, breathe out slowly. You're breathing out double time, means much slower than you're breathing in. So like that, we do this 3 times after every step. So basically, like I said, once again, I will be teaching all the pranayams and steps tomorrow. These are just, I'm running by the process and the technique through this PowerPoint. We'll do this again tomorrow. So don't worry, all your questions will be answered. Then finally, when you finish this 4 steps, we will visualize all that, of course, that light is going into Mother Earth. And then you become so empty and so dissolved. Your mind, your body, everything has become like your higher self. You become like this big energy of light, yourself. And then what happens? It doesn't mean you're dead, right? You're still there. So then you're pure energy. You're just consciousness. And then you just become a witness. You only observe your breath going in from your nose and coming out from your nose, as if you're a gatekeeper of your nostril. It's like a form of anapanasati meditation. And the silence and the connection with which you can experience meditation after finishing these 3 phases of Devi Kriya is of another level. And in this space, in this meditation, at least 10 minutes that we'll be doing, you can do more if you like. That's where you will have all the beautiful experiences. You can connect with divine energies. You can have experiences. If there's any questions that you have, you can, have a dialogue within yourself. This is your time of recharging, rejuvenating, reconnecting, and realizing how beautiful, how powerful, and larger than life you are. Then finally, when you come out of your meditation of phase 4, we have to remember that we invoked all the divine energies in the beginning, right? With the Bij mantra. So we must thank all the Devis and all the energies by chanting the Devi mantra, right? So the Devi mantra is something to acknowledge and to thank all the goddesses, the Devis, and the divine beings and energies that were present, whether we are together right now today, or even when you're practicing alone at home, which you should, at least for 40 days first. And then you'll see how this becomes a part of your practice and the changes that will come in your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, in every part of your life. So we chant the Devi mantra to thank and acknowledge for the protection, connection, guidance. And then if you want, you can continue to remain in this state of meditation in this peaceful space, or you can start your day or continue further. So basically, this is basically what, Devi Kriya entails or comprises of. And it's, like I said, a very experiential thing. So I've only explained it to you today in theory through the PowerPoint. But tomorrow, I will show it to you. I'll demonstrate all the pranayams, which you should also do along with me. And then day after tomorrow, which is our 3rd day, we will have the full-blown Kriya where I'll play the hang drum, I'll, play all the, we'll chant, we'll do the music, and you'll have the most divine, powerful experience. And believe me, in the workshop, at the end of 3 days, the 3rd day Devi Kriya is just exceptional. So, please make sure that, you are there for it, because not only will you have a wonderful experience, your presence, your energy is equally important for everybody else to have that experience. Because, please understand that we are all divine. So each person is more divinity in this group. So please understand that you're not coming only for yourself. You're coming for me. You're coming for everybody else in this group also. So you are more important and more loved and more important than you realize. So do this for yourself and for everybody else, right? Because we're all in this together. So with that, does anybody have any questions? I can, take some questions and then we'll do some chanting. Stuck energies which are negative. Yeah, that's Anybody has any questions? You can put your hand up. I can even take questions and unmute. We can unmute you so you can speak. So anybody would like to say anything or ask any questions today? Looks like everybody has understood everything, which is fantastic. What is this? Thanks for explaining everything so wonderfully. Oh, you're most welcome, Priyanka. Clearly explained. Oh, well, thank you. Well, I really appreciate that. Can we get the PDF? So, Sweetie Ji, we'll be sharing with them, right?
Yeah, yes. We'll share with them on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, wonderful. So, Sweetie Ji is, is the main person who will be handling and helping you guys. So she will be sharing the PDF of this with you, so you will definitely have it. And tomorrow when we go over it, you'll have full clarity, and maybe you'll have more questions tomorrow. Wasn't sure if I understand the breathing. No, you're not supposed to understand the breathing right now because I haven't taught the breathing right now. So don't worry. I've only, gone over it verbally. So let's now not, waste any more time. We have, maybe less than 10 minutes. So thank you so much for being here today. You don't even know how wonderful it feels connecting with everybody. And while it's difficult to wake up in the morning, at least for me, once you do wake up, it's amazing. It's like, I'm really looking forward to this day. Thank you for your energies. Let's do some beach mantra chanting. It is so powerful. And like I said, this will create the shifts. It'll create the changes. It'll fill you with wisdom, with energy, with abundance. And you see how things start shifting. Everything that you feel you're stuck and that you feel you cannot have starts happening. So if there's anything specific that you're stuck with that you want in your life, you can think about that. But otherwise, let us have a powerful chanting session right now for a few minutes. Let's invoke energies, and we'll do 3 ohms, okay? And after that, we'll do beach mantra chanting. So I want you to know the mantra is Om, Aim, 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 Hreem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Namaha. So it was in the PowerPoint that I had shown. So basically that is what the beach mantra is. Should I put that up, that particular part of the PPT for you guys, or will you just follow me because I'll be saying it? Yeah, should I put that? Okay, one second. Let me get that PPT again. Okay, so let us first start with, we'll chant 3 ohms, okay? So the first ohm, what we're going to do is we are going to feel the energy in our heart, okay? So when you chant something, when you create sound, there's always vibration. So feel the vibration in your heart center, and as if you are chanting from your heart, what are we doing? We're connecting. I said Om is the beach mantra for connection. Connection means from one point to another point. So there have to be 2 points. There cannot be 1 point, right? Connection is 2 points, where you're starting and where you're finishing. So where are we starting? We are starting from the heart, and we are in our mind visualizing and traveling and connecting to point 2, point A to point B. Point A is our heart. Point B is the Mother Earth, Prithvi Ma. All the way inside Mother Earth, just visualize, just imagine that you're going inside Mother Earth into the center, the core, the heart of Mother Earth, which is a beautiful, crystal, pure, divine energy. So we're going to chant Om and connect from our heart into Mother Earth with this visualization. So close your eyes, sit comfortably, please smile. Give me the most beautiful smile, because when you smile, you're opening your energies. So we want to open our energies to Mother Earth. Let's take a nice deep breath and let's chant. Please do chant. Know that you are connected deep into Mother Earth's divine energy, in the lap, in the heart of Mother Earth. With every breath you are taking, know that you're breathing in the energy of Mother Earth, and feel the healing, the grounding, the love, the security, the sense of belonging entering you with every breath. And feel yourself getting recharged. When you plug your phone to a charger, how your phone battery gets recharged like that. Feel that your energy body is plugged to the energy of Mother Earth. Your energy, your battery is getting recharged faster than any phone in the world. In 3 deep breaths, you are in full battery, full charge, full power. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in with a big smile. Full power. And breathe out. Now feeling fully connected and charged, let's chant the second Om and move back into our heart center, carrying this beautiful energy with us of Mother Earth. So now point A is Mother Earth, point B, we are going to the heart center. Let's take a nice deep breath from your nose. Feel this blissful energy entering your heart, opening your heart, relaxing your heart. Every breath you take from your nose, know that you're breathing and filling your heart with Mother Earth's divine energy, making you so light, so connected, so loved and healed. And feel this heart energy flowing and radiating all around your other chakras, your full body and your energy self. And now with this expanded heart, fully connected and grounded, let's chant the third Om, starting from point A, your heart, traveling, visualizing that you're moving upwards into your higher self, above your crown, into the universal energy, further into higher dimensions, as if you're connecting. You can imagine this, visualize this, feel this, to this golden white light, this enlightened energy of your golden chakra, which is your higher self. From your heart to your higher self. Let's take a nice deep breath. Wow. How beautiful and blissful is this energy. And the best part is that this is your own divine energy, your own higher self. Every breath you take through your nose is connecting you more and more to your own divine, enlightened, higher self energy. And now, in this soul consciousness, higher self dimension, it's so easy for all the divine energies to visit us, to bless us, to connect with us, that in this state of our higher self, let us invoke the Mahadevis, the divine energies, all the masters and whoever you believe in, with this Bij mantra. It is on the screen, the Bij mantra, in case if you need to see it, but otherwise you can keep your eyes closed and just enjoy this powerful chanting that we will do for the next few minutes, engulfing us with the energies, and know that all these divine energies are connecting with us, blessing us. So let's start. Please repeat and chant along with me. I, I, Hreem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Namaha. Aim, 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 Hreem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Namaha. Aim, 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 Hreem, Kleem, Hreem, Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Namaha. Aim, 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 Hreem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Aim, 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 Reem, 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 Shreem, 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 Keem, 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 Aim, 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 Keem, Keem, Shreem, 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 Keem, Keem, Aim, 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 Reem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Aim, 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 Reem, 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 Shreem, Shreem, Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Everybody, Aim, 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 Reem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Feel it. Aim, 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 Reem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Smile. Aim, 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 Reem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Everybody, Aim, Aim, Aim. Steam, 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 steam. Connect. Aim, aim, aim. Steam, 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 steam. Aim, aim, aim. Steam, 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 steam. Say it. Aim, aim, aim. Steam, 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 steam. Keem, Kleem, Kleem, Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Aim, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, 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 Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Shreem, 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 Kleem, Kleem. We have one. Aim, 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 Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Together, aim, 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 beam, 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 stream, stream, stream. Aim, 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 beam, 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 stream, 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 stream. Smile, aim, 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 beam, 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 stream, 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 beam, 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 One more time. Wow. I hope you felt the energies. When we are so many of us together, you have no idea how powerful the experience is. And I am so grateful to all of you for your presence, all you divine Devis and Devas. Allow all these beautiful energies and powerful blessings to remain with you, to stay connected. And with that, I would like to close today's session. I hope you had some good experiences